if you're new to my page, I am going through legal actions, and it's not easy. It's not easy, but I am a fighter, right? I'm a fighter. I'm not giving up. My employer's not giving up. And also, I'm seeing the ugly side of them. What I mean by that, when you're hitting a company's pockets, you're going to see the true side of them. And also, they're seeing the ugly side of me too, because, of course, I'm not backing down. So that being said, it's been a lot of different people saying their opinions on, about, well, their situation, not mine, on my For You page. And one of the girls, she was recently fired. She explained what's going on, how they're racist, and she went on and going off on all her management, right? So, and she recorded it. I'm watching. I'm like, I know, it's so relieving, right? But she did it the wrong way. She did it the wrong way. We have to control our anger. That being said, I'm doing this video to teach you exactly what to do if you're in that situation right now, what to do. Because yes, take the abuse, but document, and then we're gonna sue. We're not gonna physically fight. We're too grown for that. I say this all the time. We're too grown to physically fight, but we can sue. So let me jump straight into this. First thing, when you realize you're being targeted, it is time to document. Don't report anything just yet. We're gonna wait. This is between me and you. This is not legal advice. I'm not an attorney. This is between me and you. We want to wait until you have a mountain of evidence, documentation. When I mean documentation, time, date, and who was there, a witness. We want to build. Every time they say something rude, every time something happens to you, any adverse reaction, that's what we really need, an adverse reaction. If your hour's been cut, that's what we want. Just document. Don't report, because if you report to HR, your manager, and you don't have enough evidence, there's a high chance that you might be fired as soon as you report to them. As soon as you report to them, they might fire you. So we don't want that. We want to build our case, right? So just build until you have too much evidence against them. You have too much evidence so they cannot fire you. Okay, so basically by the time you do report, it's gonna be too late for them. It's gonna be too late. You have too much evidence on them, right? So remember that. Just document, and then wait until you have enough evidence. But if you were fired, this is before you're fired, but if you're fired and you're trying to sue, it's gonna be easier for you to find an attorney, especially if you have documentation. But this is before that. And also, okay, I'm all over the place. See, this is reminding me of a script. So we're just going to document. Then I want you to go to the EEOC. Now the EEOC, it's a government-based organization. I don't know the whole acronym, but I'll have a link below. They're even ground, so they're not for you or against you. They're not going to support the employer or anything. They just want to get information. So you're going to need a right to sue letter if you're going to sue your employer. Remember that. So once you file with the EEOC, let them handle it. They're going to ask for any documentation, all that. Wait till that process is all done, and then at the end, they will let you know if they're taking your case or just give you a right to sue letter, and you find your own attorney, right? Now, when you file the EEOC, it's going to take about 6 months. I believe 6 months to get a hearing, right? To talk to their attorney. And then you tell them what happened. In that meeting, they're going to ask, who did you report this to? Who did you tell? Now, there's a hierarchy. So, store manager, HR. Those are the people they need to know what's going on. So, remember I told you to just document. Once you get a hearing, then you report that to HR, manager. Well, HR is the top. It's the top. And remember this, HR is not your friend. I know they're gonna have when you talk to HR, it's gonna be all buddy. They're going to want to hand you flowers, okay? But they are not your friend. They are the first line of defense from a lawsuit. They are protecting the company. So we're gonna play both of them when you talk to them. But watch what you say, because they're going to be recording everything as well. So watch what you say. Just say just enough what they want, okay? And let them open their investigation, because you have to give them time to try to solve the issue. You have to give them time to it, right? So back to the EEOC. So once the 6 months, you're hearing and they let you know what's going on. But through the whole time, like I said, continue to document, because your employer is still going to start doing stuff to you. And they might still try to fire you. But if they fire you once you already filed the EEOC, perfect. But they're not going to do that. They're not that stupid. You know what I mean? They're not going to do all that. So, while all this time we waiting the 6 months, you're still going to be documenting, because like I said, they are still going to start doing stuff to you. It's inevitable. And then you can add a retaliation charge to it, okay? Remember that everything that happens to you after you file is considered, it's illegal, right? So retaliation, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about all that later. I suggest during that 6 months, of course, to document. Like I said, document is going to be your best friend. And make sure you put the year on it as well. Time, date, you know what I mean? Make sure you have the year on it. Thank me later. So I suggest looking for an attorney during that whole time, because it's so difficult to find an attorney. Attorney wants an easy case. The attorneys, they want an easy case, so it's gonna be a little bit difficult. But I'm gonna say this, all the no's does not matter once you get that one yes, okay? I have to go through a ton of different paralegals and attorneys not believing me, saying that don't make any sense. Why would they do that? Imagine, I have documentation, right? So it's annoying. I don't want to relive it, but I'm just saying, all that I went through does not matter once I got one yes. One guy agreed to it. And literally, after he agreed, it was another one right after him who was willing to take my case too. But anyway, I suggest finding an attorney during that time, because it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult to find an attorney if you don't already have one. So once you get that right to sue letter, everything will fall into place. And you have to be patient. I'm saying you have to be patient, because it takes a long time. All this takes a long time to get done. So that's basically the tips, right? Basically, document. I didn't even talk about this. Let's talk about witnesses. There's a high chance that if you do have a witness, there's a chance that they might turn on you. Like what happened with me. Before I filed, I did have 2 witnesses that was in agreement. Like, oh yeah, I saw this happen, right? Boom. It was perfect. I added them on my witness, on my claims, right? As soon as I filed, when I mean they turned on me something awful. They turned on me. So I don't have any witnesses in support of me. Unfortunately, I don't. And they started reporting me for stuff that I was not even relevant. Like, oh, she's on her phone right now. Like, they used to report me for stuff like that. Sometimes keep that back in your mind about witness. They're gonna pick their job over you every time. And right now with me, it's literally me against everyone. But I'm still standing in here. I'm standing strong. I'm standing strong, because I should do a part 2 about my situation. But like I'm just saying, put that in mind. Most likely they might change their mind and not want to be in support of you. That's why you need your documentation. And I just suggest that conversations will be better. Like the person that you are trying to sue, if you have any documentation, emails or text messages, that's considered, that can be for your proof as well. And when I mean just stick in there. I know you want to just cuss them out, because it'd be much easier, but I feel like this is a better way. Hit them in their pockets, okay? Hit them in their pockets, especially if they are racist, they discriminate against you, they did whatever they have done to you. This is a better way to do it for your sanity, mental health, but it is going to be very difficult. And what I mean is how it's going to be difficult, it's going to be difficult because you are going to be against everyone. And, you know what I mean? Like literally everyone. And they don't care if you're suing. Because I told a few of the managers after they were still doing things to me, I said, you know I'm represented. oh, you want me to sign, I gotta write up for a comment I made? Okay, I'm having my attorney look over it. Like, you know what I mean? I can be a little cocky, but at the same time, it's a lot. It's a lot. When you decide to sue an employer and you're still employed, it's gonna be a little difficult. Yeah, so that's basically it. That's how to sue. Basically, just go through the EEOC and document, and try not to be so emotional when you talk to HR or your manager or store manager. Try not to be so emotional, because everything's gonna go against you. And remember, they're gonna be documented as well. They're gonna start trying to write you up for every little thing. I get written up for a comment I made. Right, a comment I made. But just document, and also figure out what's been going on if you're going to sue. What I mean by that, figure out what's illegal, because a lot of stuff that your employer does to you is not considered illegal. I learned that the hard way. I'm like, they did this, it seems so illegal. Like, they did this and this and this and this, and honestly, they can do that to they can do that to you. For some of the stuff, I'm not gonna go into detail because, like I said, we're going through a lot right now with my case, but a lot of stuff that's going on is not considered illegal, unfortunately. But still write it down. That's why you need to talk to an employment attorney. That's why the EEOC is going to be there to help you when you tell them exactly what's going on. But they're going to ask what adverse action is going on. And if you have, the main one is, if you lost wages, that's what they want. Did you lose your wages? Are you, like, tell them about your mental health as well. So that's basically it. That's my quick tip on how to sue your employer, or how to sue. I don't know what to name this video. This is gonna be part one. This is gonna be part one. I know I'm all over the place. I do need a script. I like to be authentic sometimes, and this was actually right on my mind. So I'm like, let me just film something really quick. I wanted to film something really quick because watching people's videos on TikTok and saying how they all just start tearing up their business where they work at once they got fired. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I know it's relieving, and you know, you recorded it, it's relieving, but at the same time, if you sue them, they'll remember you forever. Okay, they remember you forever. So do it the way that I'm saying. Control your anger and just sue this way. Okay. And also, I'm gonna say this: if you are getting fired, right, it's gonna be really quick. So if you get fired, they'll pull you straight into the HR office. It's gonna be a real quick, because of course they trying to protect themselves. So if you ever get pulled in the office and they terminating you, don't sign anything. Don't sign a severance agreement. Don't sign anything. Don't sign anything. Just tell, like, oh, I want an attorney to look over this. I want to see this. Because if you sign a servant agreement, let me put in papers in front of you, there's a chance that one of the papers is going to say that you can't sue them. So it's better for you to just show those papers to your attorney. Most likely they're going to say no. Snap a picture, send it to your attorney, and then sign it. Don't sign anything once you get fired. Once they pull you into the office, it's gonna be really quick. And also ask a few questions while you're in this meeting. It's gonna be really quick. Most likely they're not going to answer it, but it's always good to try. Ask, why are you getting fired? Do I get a severance package? And ask them, are they going to pay for your unemployment? Those are the main questions you should ask, in my opinion, when you're getting fired. Most likely they're not going to say why they get fired. Why are you getting fired? They probably say, this is at will, you know, we can fire anyone. That's BS. I don't care what no one. I know we're in California. You still can sue. Even though I said, oh, we at will, there's no reason why, you know what I mean, we just didn't need your help anymore. Okay, just remember exactly what happened in that meeting, because you're going to sue with that. Yeah, so that's it. And mind you, I should have did a disclaimer before I started this video, but I'm not an attorney. I am not an attorney at all. This is not legal advice at all. Okay? Like I said, I've just been going through a lot. I talked to a lot of paralegals and a lot of attorneys in my situation, and I learned a lot. So I feel like I should help other people, especially the ones I see on TikTok going off on their boss. So that is it on this quick video, and I'm seeing you in my next one.